Hey, what's up, guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Naruto Was Betrayed and Had Secret Power? And yeah, guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now, about the movie, I am still working on it. I'm going to be trying to make it as much as longer as possible. Until then, stay tuned and enjoy today's story, and make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel and leave your comments and your story ideas in the comment section as well. Anyways, enough said. Without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins 13 years after the QB attack at the Valley of the End. As we go there to see that a battle was going on between two Genins who were once teammates. One was Sasuke Uchiha, who has defected Konoha in order to gain power to kill his brother and wanted to go towards Orochimaru. While on the other side, it was Naruto, his friend, his teammate, who was sent on a mission by the Hokage to retrieve him back without causing any damage. If necessary, a little bit force was allowed. But no matter what Naruto tried to do, convince him, even fight him without causing much damage, in the end, he was the one who ended up hurt, receiving a Chidori straight through his heart. As he was wounded badly, his sensei arrived. But instead of helping him, he picked up Sasuke, who was panting as well. "What did you do, Naruto? We told you specifically not to harm him, and yet because of your petty rivalry, he is hurt. You will be punished for this once we get back." "Sensei, can't you see? I'm hurt as well." "So what, Naruto? Your wound isn't that bad. Sasuke is the last of his kind, his clan, while you... I don't want to even say this. Get yourself up and go back." "Sensei, I'm..." "Now!" said Kakashi, as Naruto then got up and began to limp back to the village. As Kakashi rushed past by him, blitzing straight through the trees as he arrived back at Konoha. As Naruto midway halted as he heard a voice from within him. "Don't you think it is time, kid? You have seen the worst of them, and yet you have been hopeful." "Shut up, Kurama. I at least have to act this way. Do you think I like this one bit? Then why are you still here just to suffer, to meet them face to face? They are going to come back. I know they are. And what makes you think that they will? What if they forever want to stay hidden, remain hidden? Then I guess we have to find a way to bring them out. But that won't be necessary because I can sense them. They're already at Konoha. And the people? They're celebrating. And looks like they're waiting for me. So, what do you want me to do, kid? Don't heal my wounds." "What? That's insane. Even with those powers of yours, you can't..." "Enough, Kurama. Just do as I say. Heal me enough so that I can walk there without any casualty of mine." Jeez, kid. You and your brain. I just can't comprehend it what you think sometimes. All in due times, my friend. All in due time. You will see. As now we see Naruto, now slightly limping back but much better, arrived back at Konoha's gates. As there stood in front of him a smirking Tsunade, Jiraiya, and Kakashi, and in between them was Minato, Kushina, and his twin brother Menma. "So you all are back. Good to see you finally." As their eyebrow rose, "So you knew about us?" "Well, yes. Gigi never hid anything from me. He outright told me why you left. Thinking that I was a demon and not the child of prophecy and all that bullshit." "Well, Jiraiya, you wasted your time on this guy. Why? I want to know that first." As Minato was about to speak, as Naruto then stopped him with a sign of his hand. "I didn't ask you the question. You first." "Seriously, you think that I would teach you the ground roots of the clan as well as pass you down with the complete techniques? Of course not. You're not even close to what Menma is, Naruto. And as rude as it may sound, we needed a sacrificial lamb, and you were the perfect one." "Well, I appreciate the brutal honesty. Thank you, Jiraiya. It makes killing you a lot easier now, knowing that you're a pesky bastard who just wants to get killed and is quite cocky. And what makes you think, Naruto, that you will be able to kill any of us?" "Oh, this. as Naruto made a hand seal, as instantly huge amount of explosions occurred throughout the whole village. It took me 13 whole years to fucking plant those, you know? As Konoha was left shocked, screams were filled everywhere, as they were terrified. The clans, their scrolls, their history, everything was burning down in ashes. As everyone was enraged, as Tsunade said, "You, what did you do? What it looks like, can't you see? I mean, I'm just baffled. How can a drunken woman who is broken beyond anything can become Hokage? Well, you were the perfect Hokage for me to expand my endeavors. Well, you all saw me as an idiot. What? What do you mean? Did the QB took over? Oh, did the QB took over, he said Naruto mockingly towards Minato. Because of your fucking seal, he can't barely move. But thanks to you idiots and the Fuinjutsu that you left behind, I was able to change a lot. Alongside this, isn't that right, Gigi? As suddenly, in front of him teleported, through Hiroshi, none other than Hiruzen Sarutobi himself, shocking almost all of them. Asuma, I did not expect this kind of betrayal from you, son. Father, but how? You were dead. We all had your funeral. Sensei? I was alive. Naruto had expected that Orochimaru was amongst us still, and seeing that Suna has sent out their Jinchuriki who was unstable in the Chunin exams, Naruto told me to stay hidden, as he will send out a blood clone of mine, and that was the one who died. Why? Why would you do that? You could have come out safer. We could have been what, son? I don't even want to call you that. You have betrayed the very roots what we stand for, what Konoha stood for. And you, Minato? You told me that you wanted a family, and you felt safe that Naruto was here so that the village could spoil him. And this is how you wanted him to be spoiled? I'm sorry, Hiruzen-sama. I did not. Well, good to know now. Naruto? I, as Hiruzen Sarutobi, the son of them Hokage with the power granted within me, hereby free you from all of the charges from Konoha and all of the duties that are placed on you by this village. You are legally free and can do whatever you deem fit. But Sensei, he did what is right. You people deserved it. All of you did. You all have gone egotistical. Now if you ever were put in a fight against Kiri, who was coming out of a war, you would have died. All of you would have perished. So much for the strongest village. You have forgotten the very roots what made us strong, said Hiruzen, as Naruto then said, enough with this, Gigi. I'll leave then. I'm free, right? Of course you are. Give me the legal documents then. Tsunade, sign up these documents and give these to him. I have already approved these documents from the daimyo. As after reading the documents, Tsunade was shocked. Sensei, these say that he's free and no matter what we do, if we try to go after him, we are the ones who are at fault here if he killed any one of our shinobis. That is right. It is within the laws of Konoha. It was since the beginning. As Danzo and the elders who have arrived there then said, Hiruzen, we never heard of such law. Because you were never the Hokage, you idiot. These were the top secret rules that only the Hokages knew about. Did you not read these in the Article 59 of the Shinobi book that was handed over to each Kage? Tsunade, as expected, you slept through by drinking and doing nothing. Pathetic. Disappointments. All of you are. Now sign the damn documents. And after signing them away, the documents were given to Naruto. Good. Now you can leave, little one. As now we see, Naruto then smirked and left, leaving everyone agitated, knowing fully well that no matter what they tried, they couldn't do anything. And soon, Hiruzen stood there and smirked at them. What is it, Sensei? You just all got trolled, bitches. As that, Hiruzen then poofed into a Naruto as their eyes widened. He tricked us, but the document that he had was real. We haven't had. We can't go after him now, and he destroyed our home. Damn it! But we should send out some. He's not that far. What makes you think that he isn't? What do you mean? You think that I only had this much, you know, up my sleeve? You really think that the most unexpected shinobi, I mean ex-shinobi of your village had this much only in case you ever turned your back on him? As now they were terrified. What do you mean? You're rude, Donzo. Think about it. There's a lot of possibilities that things can go wrong there. As suddenly huge explosions were heard, as the whole Kage building was exploded, where the council chambers, the scrolls, everything was kept. All the records from the first Tokage till now. Oops, looks like it has not. Now, the next thing might be the hospital. You monster. There are patients there, so they denied me the medical. I was a patient as well. They deserve this. We promise we won't go after you, Naruto. Don't do this, son. Don't call me that, you pesky son of a bitch, said Naruto to Minato as he sneered. I already got to live with the fact that I have your genes in me. And that is the most disgraceful disgrace that ever could happen to me. Yellow Flash. Your name should not be even Yellow Flash, it should be Yellow Flush. Because you flush down and dries up like a turd that you are. Anyways, boss is already away. Thank you for falling in yet another trick so that I could buy him time. Bye now, and hope that we never meet again. As Naruto poofed away into the smoke. As now we see, the whole Konoha was enraged. He tricked us again. How can he do that? Or did he just tricked us? I mean, there was an explosion hidden inside the root chambers, and that exploded alongside the whole Hokage building. Regardless, we have a lot to rebuild, Minato. And then, after we are done rebuilding, we will send out shinobis after him. And that is when he will pay. Pay for what he has done. Oh yes, pay he will. You were right about that. As now we see, on the other side, while Konoha was busy dealing with the shock as well as the trauma that Naruto left him, Naruto and Kurama was seen laughing their asses off while away from the borders of Land of Wave. Those people, they fell for my tricks, and from a clone nonetheless. They thought that they could trick me. Make me a sacrificial lamb for their own deeds, huh? Well, sucks to be them, doesn't it? That is why I like you, kid. You are cunning like a fox. Aw, thanks, old man. Geez, I'm not that old. Yeah, only 1,000 years, that's all. So what now? What about the powers? Well, powers remain hidden, Kurama, until I train, and until I find that bastard who gave these powers to me. You think that he still exists here? I mean, he pretty much came out of a portal. We have to search. Because I do think that he still is here somewhere. As that is when Naruto and Kurama decided to go on a trip. A huge long ass trip. It took them 5 years until Naruto reached at the age of 18 to finally find a mountain which was cold and far, far away from the land of waves, where he finally found the one who gave him these powers that he could not control. You. I finally found you after all these years. So, you have finally found me, young one, whom I see a lot of potential in, to join the Lin Kuei. I don't wish to join whatever you are preaching. Just take this curse away. That is all I ask. I am sorry, young one. That I cannot do. You see, from where I am, we are in a constant battle. And since I was thrown here, I have no way back home. And as you can see, he stood forward in light, as Naruto was shocked to see that he was fading away, turning into ashes bit by bit. Losing one of his arm already, and half of his face. I am turning into ash since I do not exist in this reality. But I cannot let the power of Lin Kuei, the power of Sub-Zero die out. And henceforth you shall take my name. You have the coldness within you that seeks to come out as a storm that will rage upon this world. Tell me, young one, do you wish to learn the arts of Lin Kuei? Naruto, you should learn about this power. The person in front of you, he seems to have an understanding of this Lin Kuei and this power of his. And this Sub-Zero. Alright then. You're right, Kurama. I'll learn, old man. I will learn from you. Good. Then be prepared for rigorous training since today. Today? Yes. I don't have much time, and that is why we begin today. As 2 years went by, Naruto absorbed everything like a sponge, and he has now adorned the name of Sub-Zero. As before Sub-Zero could fade completely, as he lay on his deathbed, he finally gave Naruto the face mask of Sub-Zero, as Naruto already wore blue armor of Sub-Zero as well. Here, take this, Naruto, and congratulations on becoming the first Sub-Zero and the Grandmaster of Lin Kuei of this world. I promise you this much, Master. I won't disappoint you. Now go and show this world. Show those who fear no one the fear that you and this name Sub-Zero holds. I will. As the old Sub-Zero completely turned into ash and disappeared. Damn it. Even though he was kind of cold, he was still like a father figure to me. You know, it's kind of funny, Kurama. I know, kid. I know. So what are you gonna do now, Grandmaster Naruto? What do you mean, Grandmaster? Not like the Lin Kuei is established yet. What do you mean? Are you not going to hold up his wish? Of course I am. But for that to happen, we need a lot of people. People who are like me. And that is why we're going on another field trip. I hate these field trips of yours, you know? We can finally settle down somewhere nice and quiet. As that is when they heard some of the rustling nearby. What's that? Oh, shit. They found us. Can't be. Konoha? Here? Of course they are. As now we see, Naruto came out, adorning his Sub-Zero outfit, as in front of him stood none other than Konoha, Shinobi, and Minato and Kushina as well, alongside Tsunade, Jiraiya, and a grown-up Menma, who was now the next Hokage, the sixth Hokage. Surrender, Naruto, and come back and face your punishment. What might that punishment be? Execution, obviously, because of what you have done. And what makes you think that a man like me would go back? And that is why we are here, to deliver you swift justice. As that is when Jiraiya charged at him, only for Naruto to place a palm, dodge his attacks and place a palm on his chest, freezing his chest completely, as everyone halted and watched in horror as Naruto punched straight throughout his chest and grabbed his spine and ripped it out, causing his brutal death to happen. As Naruto began to swing his spine, which was now frozen and was used as weapon. Now, come at me all at once. As now we see, Minato then stopped Menma, who was about to charge, as he himself went, only for his arms to be frozen, as Naruto literally ripped them out of his body and stabbed him in the chest using his arms and kunais that were frozen and was now like spears to kill him brutally. There you go. 2 down. Who's next? As suddenly Naruto's hands begin to get colder and colder as they completely turn into ice. As Naruto then instantly disappeared as he jumped up in air and threw out huge amount of ice crystals at them, causing them to go into shock, as some of them were able to dodge but most of them were grazed, and those who were began to freeze and turn into statues made out of ice. What is this? As Naruto then jumped down, as that is when we see Kushina, Tsunade, and Menma stood there frozen in shock. What? Freezed in fear? I always wanted to use that. Come on, kid. Focus, said Kurama. You're right. Now, what do you want to do, Hokage? You wish to engage? I already killed a lot of you. You killed your own father, said Kushina. Oh, please, like he was ever a father to me. And neither are you, mother. As Naruto charged at Kushina, as he dashed towards her and used his ice powers to freeze her feet in one place, as he brought out a weapon similar to that of Sub-Zero's rival, Scorpion, as he began to swing it, and literally the blade then turned frozen as ice, as it ripped straight through her from the center half, cutting her in half and opening up like a fruitcake, as there she was split in two and falling down on the ground. Now, Menma, it's down to you and me. You forgot that I still exist here. As Tsunade was about to drop an axe kick, only for Naruto's hand to turn into ice spear and literally shove straight through her, as she was killed instantly. As Naruto then threw her away, literally yanking her off from his hand, as Manma stood there frozen. As the atmosphere around them began to drop down, as the cold began to surround them, as Manma began to shake with fear and cold, as his breath was visible now as well because of the drop temperature. What is this I see? Fear. Fear and terror etched and frozen on the Hokage's face. And you claim that you are here to deliver swift justice. Please, don't. Before he could finish, Naruto literally yanked his head out and kicked him, as Menma too was dead. As Naruto then looked towards the farthest right, where he could see his ex-friends who were hidden and watching everything with shock. Return back before I turn my gaze towards you, and tell them that Naruto is dead, and Sub-Zero is born, who will freeze this world with its coldness if they ever try to cross paths with him. As after that, the news spread out like wildfire, and even Orochimaru and Sasuke became enraged. And not only them, the other villages also wanted a piece of Sub-Zero's power. They were continuously growing in fear because they knew, even after the almost destruction of Konoha, it has come back with a strength that was not impeccable. And now it was facing yet again another crisis. But before they could indulge in anything, Taki was destroyed, and soon after was the Rice Country, and then was Oto. One after the other minor villages, which was still stronger than most of the villages, were destroyed and taken over. The main one being the Snow Country, which was, as everyone heard out the news, the new rising shinobi village now, as its Kage was none other than the Ice Kage. But he didn't call his village anything besides than Lin Kuei, as he called himself, instead of Akage, the Grandmaster, as this is where the Sub-Zero resided now. And people of the Snow Country, mainly Kyoki, who was now his wife, was learning the arts of the Lin Kuei as well. As their fame grew, their strength grew as well. They all, who were in the force of Lin Kuei, defended their home whenever an attack happened, and brutally were able to kill with the power of ice, and instilled fear in the hearts of their enemies. And as for the other nations, they now began to fear, but not Konoha. They were still stupid enough to join forces with Orochimaru, putting aside their hatred, and with none other than Kumo Iwa to join forces and attack Snow Country. And once they did, they faced all of their Lin Kuei forces as well as the Sub-Zero himself. And once they did, one by one they began to freeze over and turn into stone cold statues, their bodies frozen there as a reminder to those to never mess with them, as they were proudly displayed soon after in front of the Lin Kuei, as to not mess with him and his forces. But that wasn't all. The biggest turn of events was when the other nations brought out their bijus, but that is when Naruto brought out his, a huge fox that had the symbol of Lin Kuei on it. And not only that, that fox had 9 tails made out of ice crystal, as it could breathe ice as well as flames, and it was so strong that it demolished most of their biju forces instantly. And that was Kurama, who was also a part of Lin Kuei now, and was a well-respected master as well after the Grandmaster. But Naruto regarded him at the same rate as himself, and his wife as well, who was Kyoki. And as for Konoha and the other nations, they now knew the message, never to mess with him, or otherwise they always suffer deep consequences. Kiri was, and Suna was, the only one who were kind enough to not intervene, and they got the message and were living peacefully. And surprisingly to them, Naruto extended a hand of friendship, and they formed alliances with the Snow Country, or the Lin Kuei as it was known. But for the other villages, they were reduced to a minor village state. The clan heads, who were still somewhat alive, and the other minor clans, they were forbidden to set foot in the developed lands now, as they roamed around the ruins of their former glory, always reminiscing what could have been if they did not listen to their ancestors and their elders, because they knew that they were the ones who made these mistakes. They were the ones who forced Naruto to cause all of this damage, and ultimately, they were the ones alongside them to face the brutal reality of their consequences. And as for Naruto, his Lin Kuei became legendary. He fulfilled his promise to his grandmaster, the true Sub-Zero, by becoming himself. And not only that, he brought peace to the world by eliminating those who couldn't be saved and saving those who could have been saved. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story off, guys. I hope you liked this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace